Okay, so this is turning a little bit more into like a random gun talk, jibber jabber sort of channel, but if I just keep going along with it, I was going to do some reviews as well at some point. I want to go over, just got off my chest, is trigger control basically. So, a lot of videos online talking to you about what good trigger control is, and that basically means pull the trigger to the back without disturbing the sights. And as someone new to shooting, about 2 years ago, it took me forever to understand what the heck that actually means, because that can mean a whole lot of different things. Like, obviously, you want to go and be able to pull the trigger back without disturbing where the sights are, but like, how do you do that basically? So over 2 years of shooting, my regimen is about 1,000 rounds a month. This guy's seen about 15,000. I think I have a good perspective on what exactly that means, basically. And what it means to me is being able to smoothly actuate the trigger. And what you want to do is when the trigger bottoms out, when it hits that point, you don't want there to be any residual energy. You don't want to slam into that bottom out. You want to gradually hit it. You want to like touch this point, basically, is sort of what you're going after. And that's good trigger control. If you're just slamming into it, that will cause your sights to move, and it's really just being able to bottom out here elegantly. So to illustrate that, I have 3 different approaches. One of them is going to be the get surprised by the trigger approach, which is just going to be you're going to prep, and you're going to go and increase pressure, increase pressure, increase pressure, increase pressure. The gun twitching a little bit is not the camera, that's me like applying tension to it, and then bottoming out. I don't like this approach because that bottom out is going to kind of vary depending on your hand position, how much force you can exert cleanly onto it, and you might jab it to the back. What I was doing in the past would be I would just follow all the videos online, I would do my prep, and then do a clean break. You're noticing I'm still slamming into the back of the trigger over here. I wasn't really too accurate. I worked my grip forever to try to get this to work, and found out that grip doesn't actually affect anything as far as your trigger control works. I can get a good trigger press right now with 2 fingers on the gun, like that. It's not in the grip, guys. And I'll sort of demo that down the sights in a moment. The approach that I use now to get good at trigger control was I imagine a little small round bump, a little button right there. And I would go and try to go and press that button. And I realized in the past, if I wasn't visually imagining a button here, the button, if I was hitting one, was actually around here, because I would go and pull and just slam it to the back. Now, when I started getting good at this, I just imagined a small little bump here that I'm trying to press, and I just meet it. And that helped me immensely, so that might be something to go and try out. So what this looks like down the sights is, if I'm going to go and do the increased pressure method, so I'm just going to go increase pressure, increase pressure, increase pressure, increase pressure. Somewhat of a clean break, it twitched up a little bit. That's because I have a good 2-hand purchase on the gun. If I do 2 fingers, like so, it'll look like this. So increase pressure, increase pressure, increase pressure, increase pressure. It's kind of okay, it's a little bit floaty. So yeah, let's do that one more time. So I'll try to hold a little more steady. Increase pressure, increase pressure, increase pressure. Like this. I'm putting tension on the trigger right now, so my grip will float, basically. And it's okay. Not bad. So increasing pressure can work, kind of. In a defensive carry situation, you're not going to actually just slowly increase pressure. That doesn't work. So you're probably going to go and be more aggressive with the trigger. So what it looks like in the past was when I was just prep and pinning it to the back. Imagine I was pretty much going for, if I was hitting a button, it'd be right here. This is how I used to do it. It would look like this. So prep, pull, twitched a little bit to the left. It's again, prep, pull, twitched a little bit. That should have been very obvious. It's again, prep, pull. It's twitching every single time. It's again, prep, pull. So I'll do that basically. So I'm gonna go and pull it straight to the rear. If I'm effectively trying to reach here with my finger. When I started working on this, I imagined a button here. This is what my trigger pull now looks like. So, like that. So I'm getting pretty much the same performance as surprising myself, but I'm doing that. I don't have to wait all the time to surprise myself to trigger. I just prep and push that button right there, basically. So, gives you a good, clean trigger break. So try that out. Try to just imagine a little bit of a button here. See if that helps you. Again, it's in your trigger finger and how you actuate this. It's not in the grip. I'll do that with 2 fingers, gripping it like so. Try to find the middle of the camera right now. There we go. So prep, prep. Aiming down. Phone camera is the weirdest thing I've done. Could be better if I had a full grip on there, but nowhere near as bad as if that's with 2 hands. If I was straight, 2 fingers and pinning it to the rear is what it would look like. That's a lot more exaggerated. This is pinning versus if I'm pushing the button. A little more, disturbs it a little bit less, basically. So again, what you're aiming for is you don't want to go and smack into the back of the trigger with a lot of force. You want to bring it to this point. You don't want to go beyond this point. You want to bring it to this point. That's how you get a good trigger press, basically. So that can actually be done in dry fire. I wasn't a believer in that for the longest time. I was thinking I gotta do live fire because that's the only way I'll know whether it's working or not. But like, believe me, like if you can push it to this point without jabbing the back of it, that will get you results. Don't be me and waste a bunch of ammo live firing everything. Basically, I'm privileged enough that I can do that. So the same deal applies to 1911 triggers. I started on a 1911 actually, and I picked up a Glock specifically because I got too comfortable with the 1911 trigger and I wanted to challenge myself. So I have 3 times the round count through this Glock, and I dare say I'm actually more accurate with the Glock than my 1911 right now, which is a little bit embarrassing. So I have to work back to 1911 proficiency, basically. 1911 was my first handgun. So hopefully that helped. You just want, again, you want a good, clean, smooth break. I didn't really talk about the smooth part, and you want to go and push that button, basically. So by smooth break, I mean like you shouldn't be doing this, like this little like creep in the middle. You shouldn't be doing that. You want to go and prep and one break in one motion. If you know what you're doing, you can prep and do a secondary prep phase. If you're really good, you can do a 3rd prep phase and then break. But what you don't want to do is in your normal trigger stroke, you don't want to go and prep, double take yourself, and then complete it. You can do that intentionally, but when you're firing, you don't want like you don't want that to happen. You want it to be prep and break. If you're taking a more precise shot, you could do prep, prep, prep. I have it staged pretty well at this point, and then break. If I do that intentionally, maybe. I'm probably not going to do it under stress, to be completely honest. I haven't been able to work that into my routines. But you want a good, smooth break, press that button. So hopefully that helps. It's kind of a different perspective on trigger control. And yeah, like and sub if you want to hear any more of that. Comment if you have any other like differing opinions, different ways to do this. I'd be completely interested in hearing them since I'm kind of new to this, arguably myself. So thanks for watching.